professor reaches out to a Zen master to seek some advice and learn more about Zen. So the Zen master is teaching him, and as he's doing so, the professor continues to interrupt with all of these like thoughts and opinions and ideas, experiences from his past, to the point where the Zen master says, hey, let's take a break and go have some tea. And so the master is pouring the tea into the cup. It's starting to fill up to the point where it overflows. It's going onto the table, it gets on the professor, and the professor's like, hey, stop, can't you see that the cup is full? The Zen master says, precisely. You are just like this cup. You're so full of ideas that nothing new can come into it. Come back to me when you have an empty cup. And I think this story is relevant in the world of Bitcoin because people come to me all the time and try to understand it, but they're so bogged down with prior notions of either currency or stock markets, the economics, finance, all of these different things that they think pertain to Bitcoin. But because Bitcoin is so different in a lot of ways, not that that isn't pertinent information or isn't helpful knowledge, it's just that Bitcoin is different. And I want to highlight that on three different things. One, it's 24/7. Two, it's global. And three, how you actually take possession of it matters, unlike in other cases where you may just buy a stock or have some cash. Like cash, you put it in your wallet, a bank account, maybe under your mattress, right? There aren't a whole lot of ideas. But consider this story of why those three things would play into this. So let's say something happens in China over the weekend that sends the market crazy, and you see the price either go up or down in a way that you want to get out of your position. Well, if you've decided after all this time to get into Bitcoin through an ETF, it's the weekend. ETFs only trade on market hours. You've got to wait till Monday morning to be able to do anything with that, as opposed to if you had it in your wallet that you control the keys to and you can move it around to do whatever you need to do. So those are just three very simple examples of how Bitcoin and just the mechanics of it, forget the philosophy or anything else involved with Bitcoin, but just the mechanics of Bitcoin, how they can be different. And you need to consider that. And so if you've held off until now and you're like, okay, now's the moment, I definitely wouldn't go all in. Like, get a little bit so you can understand these very specific things and be more knowledgeable and have an empty cup as you come into it. So some things to consider. If you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. Tell them to go to jaredloftus.com, sign up for the newsletter. Otherwise, I hope you have a good one. I'll catch you on the other side.